Hey, what's going on, guys? Uh, it is 2:20 a.m. On Friday, December 18th, and I figured I'd do a little recap of the year and just go through some of the stuff that I've done. And yeah, let's be my 2020 update, if you want to call it that. But hopping right in, here's my dashboard. I've restricted some of the things that I wanted to show, but average of 66 viewers for the year, um, which is very weird. Um, uh, some streams are good, some streams are bad, some streams are great. I guess it depends on what's going on. Apparently, I didn't stream from July 6th through July 19th. Not sure. Um, I've streamed over 1,200 hours. This is December 18th of last year to December 18th of this year, so um, excuse me. So it's not really all 2020, but you know what I mean. Let's see, 1, 2, 1 to 3 divided by 365. That's about 3 1/3 hours a day. I guess the days I take off balance out the 8 hour plus streams, but I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Um, Fairly consistent, I guess, on my stream times. It'd be interesting if I could organize by like how long I streamed on Mondays versus Wednesdays. You know, most Wednesdays I didn't stream, but almost 1,000 followers this year. I don't remember what happened here. July 20th, 21st. That must have been the. Is that the charity? I didn't think I really got that much followers from charity. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. But surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, I guess March was and all that was a pretty weak month. I spent a lot of that time making PPE for the hospital I work at, but you can kind of see a little trending dip in the number of hours streamed. Some of these streams were actually during the work day while I was yeah, you could definitely see a follower dip in there. While I was working, I streamed some of the creation of the PPE stuff, but number of follows, number of minutes watched. Again, you kind of see a big crater in March there. And then my max viewership. This is the max viewership per day. You can see there's a couple times where I specifically got up into the 2,000 range, but for the most part, it hovers around a couple hundred. No, not even. Some days were not great. But that's life, I guess, right? But anyway, I'm not gonna focus long on that. What I really want to talk about is my work on After Effects. And so, here's some examples of me doing PPE stuff. It's a little fast, but it was a little time lapse I had made. I actually have a bunch of different speeds for the time lapse because it's the actual speed. Because I was trying to get this set for a presentation I was doing actually. You can see laser cutting out some back straps for the back of people's heads to act as ear savers. And partially because we had run out of elastic at that point. We're using rubber bands, and the more you can give people relief from getting rubber bands stuck in their hair, the better. And if we go back in, you can see I was cutting out foam on this side as well, and separating it and putting it in bags to be used. And these two are the same thing. It's just different views. You can actually see that plastic taped camera in the other one. But anyway, what I really want to talk about is After Effects. I put in a lot of time this year getting After Effects cranking away. In fact, if we do some things by date, you can see almost all of these I at least touched in 2020. That neon grid is this background here. No, it's not. Neon grid is neon grid space. Yeah, because I removed the neon grid. This is that space background. I had a couple different variations of that for different people. In fact, if I unlock this one and I shrink it, you can see I have that gear logo in the corner, but I don't want two logos, so I actually make it bigger on this one. But anyway, those are the neon grids. Artifact test was for something else. I'm not going to worry about that. The bonfire ones, this is only going to look best when I pull it into OBS, so I'm actually going to do that over here. It's meant to be a recreation of the bonfire lit um from Dark Souls, is it? And you can see there's that red hue that comes around it. Me and Zot were talking about recreating it and using that for a couple things, and there's also some variations. That was the first one. This is the second one I did. I believe this is the final one here. Yeah, you can see the letters kind of look like they're burning a little bit, or getting a little wind wobble. I don't know what you want to call that. Displaced by the heat. I also really like the fade out on that. Watch this fade here. Watch the letters fade out. They take longer to fade out. I don't know. I like it a lot. I never played Dark Souls, so I don't really know that. And then we were talking about how cool that would be as a subscribed notification and or a resub notification. Although, yeah, you could make it work if you really wanted to. Here's one that I had done with Paper Mario. Me and Bubblegum Princess worked on that together. There is a corresponding one for Vinny as well, which I'll dig up in a second. I don't have these organized the best, so we're gonna go a little bit out of order, but that was her artwork and my After Effecting skills. Here's BRB I done for Outer Worlds. It just loops this. I think it's like a day's worth of the background, and then that slide in from the top left, emulating the Outer Worlds logo, sort of. And it just goes on for a while. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because it's a long, it goes day and night. Yeah, it's 10 minutes long, so I'm not gonna play all of it. Outer Worlds starting soon. It's the same thing. Just oh no, this is for YouTube. For Twitch, excuse me. For some reason, Twitch likes a different size ratio. Like if I go into properties here, is it gonna even give me a resolution? Yeah, 720 by 720. Oh, you can't see it. 720 by 720. So it seems like it either crops it or shrinks it or whatever when you do a 16 by 9. So I was trying to do a 1-to-1 for that. So that was what that was. The same thing as that one. It's just in fact, it's even almost the same size if I drag it right in here. I just had done it for what do you call it? Twitter instead of on there. Now for the things in the folders. This color bars folder is stuff for the podcast that I co-host, I guess, at this point. It's called Dual Redundancy. There's the background with some heads that I had animated doing that while I talk about it. We had revamped for our 300th episode, and I made all new graphics, so I can pull some of those in. So we have Back in Time is one of our segments, and so that's just a channel header that plays at the top. Let's see. When we did our last episode, oops, let me not do that. We talked about all the media from 2020, so I had created that. Oh, they're not going to loop, are they? Because I don't have them set to loop. Oh, no. I do want them to loop, though. Okay. Let's see. This plays at the bottom as a placeholder for some text that goes on top of it as just like a border. I'll add that in. We did a Home Alone episode, and I made this for that Home Alone episode. This was created. So I had taken the originals and traced the image. I found that original font, and I laid this out. I put the VHS effects on it and all that. So nothing's really original except for the shape of the house, I guess, which I had put that all together. Just trying to see what else is in here before I go dig into some folders. We did a 90s draft show. These aren't going to stack perfectly, of course they're not. And so that's just a little draft here. The text change colors, the background moves around. Let's see what else. Nope, That was part of that 90s draft. Let's see, 2020's panel. You saw that. Audio back in time. We have that. Color bars. Yeah. Intro. Let's see. So I had made this intro here. And I'm going to mute that music. Sorry. That's by Kevin MacLeod. It's in the top right corner, as it says. But this is just a countdown. We have an overlay that goes over it. If this is it. Yeah, so this overlay gets sized, and it goes right over everything, so it looks all nice. These are created every week for every show, and it's literally just a PNG here that goes over top of that overlay. And that is our waiting for people to come into the show. You can feel free to come watch us live. Like I said, we do it every week. Usually on Tuesdays, so if you're interested in watching, please do come say hello. Twitch.tv/dual redundancy. Let's see what else I have. Bill's follower alerts. I had made this little follower alert right here. Basically, when somebody follows, it says, XYZ is following, and that pops up in the corner. Nice and simple. Let's see what else. Home Alone, in and out points. Here's another segment header that we have here. Oops. You can see there's a lot of those that we had made, mainly because those objects falling in the background took a long time to get to a point where everyone was happy with them, just with the speed and how they fall. Those are actually all physics emulated. They're not just like, I could have just drawn paths and had them fall through, but they're not. They're actually physics emulated. Not on the fly, of course, but when you render it out from After Effects. This guy moving his newspaper is not, it was a static image when I got it, so I did a little bit of work on it. Let's see what else we got. The outro panel here, this is one of my favorite ones. This is a little bit tricky to do, but I eventually got it looking good. Let me just set it to loop, so it's going to restart. Basically, every time you click subscribe, or subscribe is clicked, it randomizes and chooses a new platform. This was all done, both the glitch effect and the word changes were done with Red Giant plugins. I cannot thank them enough for their plugins, because they're really useful and I use them a lot, and because I'm in education, I get them at a pretty nice discount. So far I've had it for 2 years for $3, so well worth. $3 well worth. In fact, most of the things you're seeing here on this are done with Red Giant plugins for some of them. Any of the glitch things you see, anything like that. I'm going to be redoing this one to add Instagram, because of course we didn't have Instagram when I did that, so now I gotta add it in. It's Quick Check panel. There was like a little commercial for Quick Check that had a little stinger. In fact, if I go to this folder here, I can play that stinger. Where is it? Where is it? You couldn't hear, hang on. And that goes on to a whole Quick Check commercial, but we turned it into a quick check on what media we've been consuming outside the podcast. And I do a lot of quick little reviews for games. Oh, it was supposed to loop and it didn't. So that's another cool one that I enjoy doing, and it was interesting to make. I kind of started out with the cue and the words and some of the extra pieces, the remotes here in the hand, and the circle and a check were a different color scheme and all this stuff, and a different background. And I actually found that background, and making the TVs turn on and off is actually a script that I found that randomly changes the opacity. So that's actually black squares on top of all those TVs that turn on and off at random. Obviously, it's rendered out, but when you play it in After Effects, it's random. Let's see. Real and Spectacular is another one we use for reality TV. This one I think was the most challenging from a not assembly, but like getting all these photos of paparazzi that looked like that. That took a long time to get it in there and making them look like they kind of were one big collage instead of just a couple different groups of pictures. It was actually surprisingly hard to find photos of people taking photos like that. And then all those flashes are just little light effects. Again, I forget exactly what. It was some Red Giant program, plugin that did that. That made them flash. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I forgot here. I think that's it. I think that's all we have for the dual stuff here. Moving on. I only did that one first because I actually started it longest ago. It actually slots in after Bonfire and before the color bars. Notification bars here for Brian Salsa's Hope. If I go into them, you can see these are all the you can't see them because I have all these things on top of the screen. These are all the images for them. And I exported them. Here they are. So it's literally, you'll never see it. It takes forever for them to come around. I think it's every 5 minutes. Yeah, except you won't see it because the transparency. This works better in OBS. Actually, I can fast forward in OBS now. They added that as a feature. If I add this to OBS, I'm going to leave them in the middle of the screen because it's a little bit easier to see. But if I fast forward up to 5 minutes here, we should see. That was not 5 minutes. Why did it tell me it was 5 minutes when it wasn't? There we go. It pops up across the bottom. It's meant to sit down here, but you know, for now, every 5 minutes something pops up. It's kind of an elegant way to, well, maybe a little bit less elegant, maybe more of a brute force way to have things pop up on a timer without having to have somebody remember to click, you know, play this little chunk of video or whatever. This Fall Guys little starting soon I had made, it never really turned out quite right. I never put the time in to finish it, but now that I have that 3080 in there, it actually doesn't, for whatever reason, this really clogged up my CPU to encode this and send this to stream. Thankfully, it doesn't anymore because I have the 3080 encoding my streams, but for a while, it really chunked up my system. I still haven't figured out why. Maybe it's just the movement or the colors, or it's bad on the encoder. I don't know what, but it was kind of a joke playing on words on MXC quotes. And you know, there's obviously the Fall Guys logo, and I tried to emulate the text that goes underneath the Fall Guys logo. It says Ultimate Knockout. Yeah, so here, if I turn that off, this is what it looks like, and I had added a little bit of that pink outline to help it pop a little bit more, but that's basically their logo. Moving on from that, the Nintendo Direct, I don't know why I wrote it as Striker. Where is it? Here it is. This is all it is. A little scene transition. Unfortunately, I couldn't never get the gear part of it to look quite right in the top left. If you'll notice, it said gear, Gearmatic. What I'm forgetting now even what I did. Go back to it. Oh, Gearmatic Direct, right, the top left there. You can see it. I replaced the Switch logo. But if I do this, we can actually open this. Oop, I'll open that up. Open this up. There's actually a Nintendo Direct one. So if we do browse and we don't look at all my files here, and we go to the Nintendo Direct one, and we do, I forget what the time in milliseconds was. I'll have to look at the other one. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Properties. It is 224,000 milliseconds. We go to here. We do properties. 24,000. And we do preview. You can see this is the Nintendo one. It says Nintendo Direct on it. And it does the same. It does the same thing. It's just Nintendo. I should make that available. I had taken that from a Nintendo Direct green screen that somebody had made, so I can't claim credit for it. Yeah, and you can see some artifacting if you look at the very top of the right here. You see all that artifacting. So not the best, but it's something. I need to remember to turn that back to something else that I can use in a few minutes. Okay, so continuing on. I had made this little distressed NASA logo here for follow alerts. It goes along with
John Madden.
because everyone loves John Madden. That was something small. It was really easy to do. Again, that Red Giant glitch plugin made it super easy. The Outer Worlds starting soon. You already saw. The Yakuza stuff. There's a plethora of Yakuza stuff I had done. We have a starting soon. Some of these have music. Hope it's not too loud. So this one doesn't have music. Yakuza 0 starting soon. That's nice and simple. Let me remove that. Yakuza 0 exports. Where is my... Why, the Nintendo Direct one is in here. Oops. BRB. Yakuza 1 exports. Yakuza 2 exports. Where's my regular Yakuza exports? I just leave it in here. There's the BRB. Huh. It's starting soon. I did that one. I know I have them. I hope I have them. Huh. Well, here's Majima watching Gear. This was a classic. He goes in and watches a video. Now I want to find out where they all went. All right, okay. So he goes in, he chooses Gear, and he just watches. Except this one wasn't done right. Oops! Look at this. This must not be the final export. Or would it? Yeah, wait. Where is that? Where's that? Where was that? Is the... How? Where is this? It must be there for one fucking frame. It must be there for one frame. Wow. I didn't know that was there. Oops. Rip. You get banned off of Twitch for that one. Yakuza 0 starting soon again. This is another one that I had made a 1-to-1 ratio for YouTube. I don't know where the rest of the exports went. I had a BRB as well, but that's all right. We'll figure it out later. My Yakuza Kiwami 1 exports. Here's another for Twitter one. It's coming in. Starting soon. And then probably the best one is Majima smoking. I still use that as a BRB sometimes, most of the time. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Nice. Yakuza BRB. And then I have the exports from Yakuza 2. This one has music in some of them. Here was this one where he watches all different Gear streams here. He gets upset by what he sees in the TV. I never could get this one to loop very well, but it's just all different streams and things from Yakuza that pop up. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but what isn't these days? And then the starting soon with the old music. It's gonna be a little loud. I'm sorry. Again, just dumb things from the game. Oh, I have a newer one than this. Must be this one. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. All different little bits from the stream. And this one. No, not this one. Oh, yes, this one. Huh. This one actually ends. I just had a video underneath it with it going to that and then that leaving eventually. Remove those. That was it for Yakuza. Did I have a different Yakuza? Maybe I exported them somewhere else. I didn't realize it, but oh well. Probably the thing that I worked hardest on was the Cyberpunk stuff. I'd kind of done a small streamer-ish suite, including this stinger here, which I like. These are very yellow, by the way, but I just have the Cyberpunk text here. It just distorts. Yes, remove it. Starting soon for me. That goes in. Once that bar fills up. Fast forward a little bit. Oh, you can see it pops back and forth between Cyberpunk and Gear starting soon. Once it fills up, it kind of goes into an error. It slides back down. I did make a video on making this and as a video explaining it a bit more, as well as a BRB for me. I did a starting soon, just in general for anyone who wants to use it, and a be right back in general for anyone who wants to use it. That's all in that other video, including links to download all those. I made a pre-comp of just the background here, just in case people wanted to use it. And I made a thanks for watching one as well, in case anyone wants to use it. I don't know. I thought that was fun to do. It was a little bit difficult. And then I had done one more here, which I don't think he ever used it. But I had made a Cyberpunk little thing for Vin. You look better with the black background. Doesn't seem like he's gonna be playing too much of it anymore. I think he's doing his 3rd or 4th stream tonight, and every time he plays it, he says he kind of doesn't feel like playing it anymore. So I guess he won't be showing it, which is fine. I mean, do what he wants. That's kind of it for After Effects this year. I don't think I have anything else specifically that I did. This one, which I never. That was 2019. I don't even know if I could open this. I don't think I have all the pieces to this anymore. This Keep On Keeping On thing was a what do you call it? Follower alert that I had put together based off of Death Stranding. Little signs that you can wrong button. Little signs that you can put up around that other players can see that say keep on keeping on, and they do a little swirly when you interact with them. One file's missing. That's the audio. But basically what it boils down to is, if it was playing full speed, obviously you'd see it in full speed, but there's little glowing neon signs that just say keep on keep it on whenever you interact with them. They give it a little spin. And so I just kind of recreated that as a little thing to remember Death Stranding, but I kind of like the idea of adding little things from games I've played to all the stuff I've done. But yeah, so that was kind of all I've done with After Effects this year. Nothing too crazy. Just it is what it is. I'm still learning how to use it and plowing through, but it's nice to see all the projects I've worked on this year. I mean, considering if I do this in date order, the things I did last year, what do we got? Um, Nothing. I mean, I've worked on these this year. A little Wumpa background from Crash that I never ended up using for anything. I don't think I did from last year. That was for a dual redundancy episode we did last year. Just did a quick little edit for it. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got for 2020. Hopefully, we'll see more of you next year and more of me next year. Start the year off strong with Cyberpunk, or maybe not. Maybe strong is the wrong word, but we'll see. If anyone can deliver it to me, Best Buy has my mom wanted to give it to me for Christmas, so I was like, all right. So my order, which was supposed to get here the day it released, Amazon was unable to deliver it because the Amazon hub I had sent it to closed, and they refused to acknowledge it closed. So, and they wouldn't send it to an alternate address because it was more than a mile away from where it was, because this hub was near my work. So they sent it back to them after a week of trying to deliver it to a place that they closed. So that's not getting to me, and they refunded that. So I'm out the pre-order bonus. I'm out the $10 off for pre-ordering, and I'm out playing it on launch day, which I wasn't planning to, but still kind of, if I was, I'd be pretty angry. And then Best Buy, my mom bought it via Best Buy as well to give it to me, and they mailed the steelbooks, but they never mailed the game. So it's a couple days before Christmas, and they still haven't even shipped the game. So I don't know. It's like everything is trying to get me not to play this game. They've gotten such bad reviews, and I can't even get the game delivered. But we'll see. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble for half an hour. It's now 3 a.m. I've got work in a few hours, but my back is hurting me because I shoveled snow all day today, so I'm not sleeping. But hopefully you aren't either at the end of this. Oh, anyway, you guys have a good night. I'll catch you later.